Used to have a conspiracy theory friend who was like, "Oh, everything's made to be broken,
Oh,
and not permanent, because like including roofing, like they're all just part of big roof." It was part of a bigger rant, a bigger rant, but like,
yeah,
and that,
them gosh damn Democrats are the ones behind big roofing.
bigger roofing.
Too much energy.
Beast Wars!
Man, these things look like toys.
I don't even have a mouth, Megatron!
No!
I am transformed.
Sigma balls, Gary!
Maximal! Maximal! Does that mean transform?
Trying is better than nothing, much like this podcast.
Oh no, not that! Ah!
Good evening, Magmatronians. Welcome to episode 105 of Too Much Energon, the podcast where we talk about Beast Wars shit and talk shit about Beast Wars, coming to you live from a mysterious floating mountain somewhere hidden on planet Energon. I am the Siege, one of your hosts.
And I am not hidden. I'm out in the open going, "Me, Grimlock." Yeah, it's NeoCal. That's me. How's it going, Siege?
It's going. Uh, this wasn't really planned, but we took a week off last week because I opted to. Well, we record these on my days off, and between the recording and the editing and the publishing, they tend to consume my entire day. So I was like, I kind of just want a week to go to the mall and go shopping, maybe go get some food. Plus, Lady Glitch was in town, so we took a week off from doing the podcast, but we're back.
That's right, we're
And,
back.
and we're back. A dinosaur story.
And yeah, there's some dinosaurs trying to break into my base here. So we'll see
Uh-oh.
how that works out.
Is Sentinel not online, good sir?
No, they knocked it. Black Arachnia must have knocked it out. Yeah, they're trying to drill their way in.
Gosh dang it, that mangy spider. Great titties though.
I mean, if she didn't want to, she didn't want us to comment on them, she'd cover them up, right?
Yeehaw.
Oh,
But during our little week off, a certain trailer for a certain movie dropped.
yeah,
Did you did you see it, good sir?
I did.
For anyone wondering what we're talking about, the first trailer for Transformers: Rise of the Beasts was released.
That's
And
right.
I've been seeing some mixed reactions online from Beast Wars fans,
Yeah, me too.
but I don't know. I think it looks fucking hype.
That's the most excited for a Transformers movie I've been in since probably my life.
Uh, this is definitely the most hyped I've been for a Transformers movie since that first Michael Bay Transformers movie.
Because Transformers, the movie, that came out in
86.
1986, shortly before I was born. So I couldn't be hyped for that trailer. But like seeing like Bumblebee and like Cheetor in the trailer, and
Yeah,
I mean, it's the Michael Bay monstrosity faces that are still like present that get me. We've complained about that before or whatever, but like, it's the Beast Formers, my dude. Who would have fucking thought?
yeah, and they big boys in the trailer.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah. They're
weirdly
not. They're
they're
not the
they're
small guys.
they're bigger than the Autobots, which
Yeah,
yeah, it's
which,
interesting.
as any Beast Wars fan knows, they're actually supposed to be little dudes.
Yeah, because they're in scale essentially with the creatures that they turn into.
That's right.
So they're
Yeah, I mean, it like
basically
shows them
about-
when they go onto the arc. They're like, like the size of like Optimus's head.
yeah, they're basically like the equivalent of like the size of humans in the G1 cartoon.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, I'm fine with it. It's an interesting change. That's kind of an interesting shift to have them be bigger than the Autobots, so it's kind of like switching it up.
Yeah. They're coming.
Uh-oh.
Damn. Damn it, Sentinel. Just hit it like a jukebox and it'll start right up.
Yeehaw. Then like Johnny B. Good starts playing. Uh
But yeah, I was fine with the trailer. I was like, wow, is it time for me to watch a movie in theaters for the first time in 2 years?
right. Oh, I'm gonna be there right on release date. I will book the day off work if I have to. And then
Was there a release date?
It's coming out June 23rd.
June 23rd. All right.
Oh, and I've also decided that I am going to get my first tattoo since 2012. Maybe next month.
Oh,
And what it's going to be is it's going to be the Maximal insignia on the back of my neck.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you're gonna get it green.
green. Yeah, the color of the Maximal, green.
That's right.
It's a good strong man's color.
It's true. I guess that's true. Run along now, Maximal talk.
Well, speaking of Maximals, this is episode 105 of Too Much Energon, and this week we are talking about Transformers, Beast Wars, The Gathering, issue 4 of 4.
That's right, the finale of The Gathering. And
Yep.
everything that we thought that they could have done to make it better, I don't know, man.
They didn't.
They didn't.
I
We were
actually
giving this like way too much credit. We were like, oh no, like, oh, maybe they'll do this or that. And the like TLDR is that like a bunch of robots fight and the good guys win.
and the Maximals like Wolfang and the gang continue to hang out at this fucking cave. That's like all they've done in this entire series.
They hang out in the cave until they can't hang out in the cave anymore.
Because they
And
get
then they're
shot
like,
at.
I guess we have to fight. And then they fight a little bit outside of the cave.
Yeah, this is gonna be really once again, this is gonna be really easy to sum up. So, me Grimlock here.
Oh,
Me
and
Gr-
Grimlock is here?
Me Grimlock here somehow. Me Grimlock Maximal. Me Grimlock just come out of stasis. Me Grimlock Grouchy. Me Grimlock
And when-
eat
me Gr-
Magmatron.
But me, Grimlock, defeat by Magmatron. And
So-
like Ravage is like, time to spring our trap. And there's like one line in it that's like, well, okay, I guess we can kind of, that's the TLDR from us.
Yeah,
TLDW.
Field Commander Ravage is leading some Predacons on doing some shit. Magmatron.
He's organizing them, damn it.
Magmatron confronts Razorbeast. Razorbeast has some like chronal phase armband thing. I wish it had tassels on it. That allows him to like beat up Magmatron, and then he like sends Magmatron back to Cybertron.
Yeah,
I guess.
instead of just having a button that makes it send back, it's been on a countdown since last issue.
Yeah.
Because villains like making devices with countdowns. That's
And then-
definitely a TV trope.
Oh yeah. And then yeah, and then Wolfang and the gang continue to hang out at this fucking cave, trying to get off this trying to get this like signal
Right,
off
they're
or
sending a
something.
signal, but it has to be the right length and frequency for it to reach Cybertron.
Right.
Yeah.
And the
And then they
Predacon
complain, they throw a whole bunch of sci-fi jargon out that contextually, like we like Star Trek, right?
Yeah.
Contextually, sci-fi jargon is there to fill in the gaps that supplement sci-fi.
Yeah.
When you just have jargon for jargon's sake, you're not supplementing an idea. You're wasting my fucking time.
Yeah, I think it was the first or second issue of this series. I had commented that there's a
You
lot of
did.
technobabble in this
But
comic.
it's just there for it, it's there for like the sake of just being there, but it doesn't need to. Just
It,
be
it
like, oh hey, we need to steal this thing for the signal. That's it. That's all I need. I don't
yeah.
need like a whole page being like, oh, and if we need to time it so the nano clicks with the coronal phase, blah blah blah. Nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. A whole page of just like robots standing around saying coronal phase and nano clicks over and over again. Fuck off. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
can you? I've had it. You know what? You had 4 sessions to get me on board, and holy shit, what a fucking waste of time. Like the art, probably one of the better comics that I've seen. Like, holy shit, like 11 out of 10 for like the artists. And it's
Right.
a shame that like all of them are just nameless fucking nobodies that end up fighting and not delivering any lines. I don't need more. This is more is less. Like,
Right.
give me a story about like maybe like 6 Transformers, Beastformers, instead of just like, and again, the fight scene that's on page, there's a 2 page fight
Splash
scene,
page.
splash page, thank you. That's like beautiful. And I need to go out and we'll go and call out the artist, the penciler and the like shader, right? But like it's fucking gorgeous. Like I would have that as a poster. Like that would be a fucking kick-ass poster.
I think they did have posters related to this comic back in the day.
Yeah, maybe I'll go and find it. But like and the way they're fighting, there's like a giant squid guy with a lance, and like the what are the ones that have 2 beast modes instead of
The mutants.
the mutants? They show up later to save the day. That's what happens here.
Yeah,
So
but a bunch of
Ravage traps the Maximals because he's very strategic. But this whole issue is a like, the term, if show don't tell. This does both of those things badly. It
I,
shows us this huge fight, but it's like we knew this was coming.
I was
But like
pretty
there's no
excited.
reason for it.
I was pretty excited when all the Maximals show up. Or not Wolfang. Cybershark is
Hell yeah.
amongst them.
Yeah, like
Cybershark is I've said this before, but Cybershark along with Wolfang are like my 2 favorite like non-show Beast Wars toys.
yeah, and he introduces himself there like Tarko.
Yeah, that I don't know who the hell that is.
Who is Torka? He's an orca and a tortoise.
Oh, he must be one of those mutant things.
He's a giant mutant thing.
TF Wiki. Here we
Torka.
go. Torka.
Torka.
Torka. Beast Wars.
Torka. Beast Wars. Torka.
Torka is part of the Beast Wars.
Torka is part of the Beast Wars. Oh, Torka. We're Swedish chef here now.
It's actually a pretty cool looking toy.
Yeah, he looks rad. But he talks once and he's like, I am Torka. I am here to help. So yeah, Magmatron beats the shit out of Grimlock.
Yeah.
There's a dude that is like Optimus Beta. The other monkey dude.
Oh, Optimus Minor.
Imagine your name's Optimus Minor. And you're always living in like the shadow of like all the other Optimists.
Yeah. And imagine being like being like a couple 100 years old and you're still being called a minor.
Right? I'm not a minor.
I'm
And
just
they don't
a
let
minor.
you into bars. Yeah. It's fucking tragic. A couple 100 years old. Yeah, so Ravage and the gang like disrupt the peaceful Ewok village that the Maximals were trying to make. It literally shows them making like wooden walls and shit. And why is that the last page?
Listeners, I had mentioned right after I finished reading the comic, I sent Cal a message on Discord, and I'm like, well, that was about as underwhelming of a finale as I expected.
Yeah.
So Magmatron Razorbeast sends Magmatron back to Cybertron. He's having this and then we cut away to like Razorbeast like sitting down along a river like staring off into the horizon, philosophizing about
Yeah, there's
how.
some Velociraptor moments there.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I took an oath to preserve the time stream, or the timeline or whatever. So that's why I didn't kill Megatron when
I
I
was
had the
tempted
chance."
though. I was tempted, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna do it. I was gonna do it, but I was strong enough not to.
And they're like, yeah, but now what? And who's he talking to? Like a few people, I guess. Or is it just those two?
Let's
Is
see,
it just those two?
who is he talking to?
Is it just the two having a little chat?
Uh, like it, buy it. Oh, I don't know who that is.
It's like some Cheetor. Yeah.
It,
Wait,
it
we
looks
don't even know who he's talking to.
it looks like a Transmetal.
Bon voyage.
Oh well, whatever. He's talking to some asshole.
He's wow, good job, guys. So yeah, he's talking to himself slash nobody in particular, and it's
Oh,
showing.
okay, yeah. Razorbeast says his name is Prowl. Right.
Right, I see him now because he goes up to him and he's like, "Problem, Razor Beast." Right,
Yeah.
and he's just having a sit, and they're like building Ewok Village. So here's how it ends: they choose to live out their life. The Predacons that Magmatron released are still out there, right? Because Maximals never finish off the enemy, and Magmatron's sent back to Cybertron in place of Megatron,
Mhm.
and Megatron's let loose, presumably. So this leads me to believe that Grimlock, Razorbeast, a whole bunch of Maximals, a whole shit ton of mutants, and a whole shit ton of Predacons are on the other side, or not even the other side, because they interacted with Megatron, are like, what, 20 miles away
Right.
from like the dark side and the Axelon and everything like that. And they're just like living there now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
They're just
Maybe
like chilling, and they're doing a separate Beast Wars. They're just like gonna fight each other, like
because
but away
reasons.
from the main storyline. So
Because
they just live there
reasons.
now.
I don't. I don't really get what the point of their conflict is
I
now.
don't like at that point either join the timeline's already changed. I guess like Megatron knows he was attacked and knocked out. What they roofie him and he just wakes up outside the dark side and he's like, I have a splitting headache. Anyways, that was weird. But like
I shouldn't have had that Energon Caesar. That stranger bought me. No.
it's weird. He kind of looked like a hairy pig. Oh, my head hurts. Was it 30 to 50 of them or just one? Damn that wild hog.
Pterosaur, get me my AR-15.
It's time to go wild boar hunting. So we're left with a bunch of like freaks all over the planet, more than the main cast of the Beast Wars once and for all.
Yeah.
But they just like sit it out. Like Predacons don't give a shit. Wouldn't the Predacons go join up with Megatron's Pedicrons? Wouldn't
Pedichlorians.
wouldn't the Pedichlorians meet up with Megatron's Predacons?
Yes. Yes, I
Because they
think
don't
they
give
would.
a fuck.
Yeah.
They would. Also, Predacons like finding the strongest of them and like joining forces, right? They're either bootlickers or they're ambitious. They
Yeah.
won't just live peacefully out in the mountains. And we've been shown that they can interact with this timeline. It's only when they have the chronal shifter jewelry that they're invisible,
Yeah.
as described in the battle. So they're here, and technically their signatures can be detected, but we're just supposed to believe they live here now forever. Do they guide early man? It's a really bad cliffhanger to end it on, and it's not good.
Well, there is Beast Wars, the Ascending, the next
Is
war
this
issue.
canon to that?
Yeah, it's a continuation.
Okay, so there's still, what you're saying is there's a chance. There's hope. Okay, that actually makes it sit a little better with me.
But here's the thing, though, is like, uh, this miniseries, Beast Wars: The Gathering, should be done, so it should wrap up all of its own plot threads. Unless you're going to make like an ongoing Beast Wars comic, then like
All they did was like remove Magmatron, and they're like, there, now we'll live here, but be ever vigilant for the Predacons, but also not interact with the timeline. And it's like, how do you prevent like the what was it, Fit Ravage? So technically Ravage is alive,
yeah,
and he's leading. This is what I'm going to assume. Well, it's the Ascension that follows.
yeah,
Ravage is leading the rest of the Predacons.
makes sense, yeah.
Why would they not try to contact Megatron? I guess we'll find out. Maybe they do, and I'm just talking up my ass. But it's just weird. It's weird, man.
It is. It's weird. It's not good.
It's not gratifying.
And that
And that's the thing. Like we talk about Beast Wars shit, and we talk shit about Beast Wars. It sucks when it sucks.
yeah.
Like we're fans, but we're like not afraid to say when shit sucks, and it's like our bar for approval is pretty low. But we right? Like there's only so like we understand. It's robots, man. But like
But even the 2021 IDW Beast Wars comic, which has now come to an end because IDW lost the Transformers license after
uh-oh.
having it for like nearly 20 years, I think. But so that series ended, but even that was like fun to make fun of.
Yeah.
Like it was a different kind of bad than this.
Yeah.
Like in that comic we had like fun like pointing out the fact of like Galavar is just like seemingly just like living in a back alley.
That was just yeah, and like people bullying him and him like being like, I'll show you all. And it's like, Galavar, don't. We know you've been hoarding your allowance money, but you're supposed to use that on your lunch. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a good point. There was a lot going on there, and you didn't like the art, and well, part of the art style switched a few times.
it keeps flipping back and forth. I like one of the artists, but I don't like the main artist on that series.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like I like that. Like we shit on that too,
Yeah.
but this is hard because like the art of this is like kind of blows my mind on the Gathering. It's like fuck, like this is great. Like this is some of the best comic art I've ever seen, and like the story is just like Razorbeast does some Razorbeast bullshit, yada yada yada, and then like a wild boar fights like the Loch Ness monster. Bada bing, bada boom.
It's just it all feels very inconsequential.
Yes. Just leave it at that. It feels inconsequential.
And well, here on Too Much Energon, we have a 3-tiered rating system that ranges from not enough Energon to a sufficient amount of Energon to too much Energon. It's basically bad, okay, good. I think I know what we're gonna go with, Cal, but what's your rating?
It's not like viewing the medium that we're reviewing as a whole. It's not like offensively bad, right? But it's
Yeah.
forgettable,
Mm-hmm.
right? Shrug. And damn it, I don't want my Beast Wars to be forgettable. And but I'm gonna try to. So my rating is not enough, very low, not enough Energon. But I'm gonna throw some good things out there. The writing for the individual characters is written in the voice of that character. I feel like when Magmatron's talking, he has an eloquence and he's very verbose. He likes his Shakespeare, maybe even a little bit more than Meg's. Like I had to look up some of the fucking words he was using. Right?
That's true, yeah.
Razorbeast feels very much like a smaller, smarter Rhinox. Right? 30 to 50 wild boars, if you will. But in the art, like man, it's great. Like panel to panel, it's just great to look at. Not good to read. Because you have these characters and you could do so much with them, and I understand they have to work alongside some timeline, but like I don't know why it was made. Like it kind of feels like the idea was presented, let's do like a Beast Wars thing, but like a whole bunch of other Beast Wars, and they were like, yeah, right. And then they were like, okay, what do we want to do with the story? Doesn't matter. That's kind of
Damn it, we have the 10th anniversary of Beast Wars to celebrate.
shut up and draw Beast Wars.
You haven't. I want a script for a 4-issue comic series to commemorate the event
on my desk
by Monday morning at 9 a.m.
But sir, it's Friday.
It's Friday. It's 4:55. I was literally about to leave before you called me in here. Oh, it's plenty of time then. You have all weekend.
But I don't get paid. I'm not a salary man. Well, have fun with that. You get what you pay for.
And so writer goes home, starts typing blah 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 Beast Wars once and for all.
Razorbeast squeals and calls the Maximals. There are mutants too. Question mark? Friendly?
Crocodile? Question mark?
Grimlock? Grumpy? We all know in the rock paper scissors that is T-Rex, pterodactyl, Loch Ness monster, right?
Yeah.
The T-Rex defeats Loch Ness. No. T-Rex defeats pterodactyl, pterodactyl defeats Loch Ness monster, and Loch Ness monster defeats T-Rex. So Grimlock didn't stand a chance. He's going to lose that rock paper scissors no matter what.
Right. Well, I'm going to
going with that. What about you? What are you giving it?
Not enough Energon, for reasons that I've complained about in this entire episode. I don't really feel like I need to go over it again.
I tried to throw it a bone here or there, but
I like the art.
Yeah.
A couple of the characters have strong character voices, like you pointed out.
But like just a couple.
But just a couple.
Yeah. And here's the thing. We like Razorbeast. And so the fact that he's like a focal point of it was exciting for us. And
I like Wolfang and wish he did more than just hang out at a cave.
He hangs out in a cave and like is like, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea, Davey. And then like fights a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
There was no dialogue between Ravage and Wolfang, which is what I thought.
I wanted to see cats and dogs fighting, damn it.
It's not truly a fight unless they're like shit talking each other a little bit.
Right.
Right. And there's a lot of shit talking between Magmatron and Razorbeast, but it's just, there's one thing I liked. When he tricks him into the transporter, he like blasts him into the transporter and he's like, Magmatron's like, no, not that. Ah! Did you catch that?
No, I didn't. I'm gonna have to go back.
It's on the page where he's fighting he's blasting him around. Somebody says, hey, I'm gonna throw a monkey wrench in your best plans, and they shoot him and knock him onto the transwarp unit.
You're out of time. Stop. No, not that.
Right.
I totally see it now.
And that is a direct reference to one of our favorite episodes of Beast Wars. It's in a lot of the openings for TME.
It will forever be part of the theme song intro to the show.
That is what stopped it. That's what gave it just a little tiny bit of Energon. Not enough, but just a tiny. And I was like, okay, clearly these people are fans of too much Energon. That's right. They went back in time and wrote this.
Yeah, they just used they used Tarantulas' transwarp stasis pod to like fly back in time.
Yeah, one of Turin. Guy's got like 17 like secret bases. Who fucking knows what he was up to?
Speaking of transwarp, apparently the MacGuffin of the Transformers: Rise of the Beasts movie is going to be something called the transwarp key. So I think they're going in the movie. I think they're going with the fact that the Maximals are actually from the future and have come back in time.
Oh, really?
I think so. I'm just speculating, but it was leaked on like a bot toy bio or something like that. That like they're looking for the transwarp key. So now, what I'm hoping is, what I'm hoping is that this movie is essentially going to be introducing audiences who maybe aren't familiar with Beast Wars, introduce audiences to the concept of Transformers who turn into animals. Because there's no Predacons in this movie. The villains are the
I
Terracons.
noticed that.
So
But I'm crossing my fingers.
if this movie does well, I think the next one will probably just be centered around the Maximals and will introduce the Predacons.
Wouldn't it be so nice if they got the fuck off of Earth? They went, do you know what I mean? It was just peaceful flute music and like heavy metal guitar shreds, and it was on planet Energon. Maybe it's just like the Transformers purist in me, but like I don't like them on Earth. You even said in the few glimpses of Cybertron in the movies was way more interesting than like the US military's helping the Autobots.
Yeah, the first like 3 minutes of Bumblebee actually starts off with literally the war on Cybertron. Like the Transformers look like movie versions of their G1 designs,
Hell
which
yeah.
is great. They're fighting. We see like RC, we see Wheeljack, like Bumblebee, Optimus, Cliffjumper, fucking Starscream, Soundwave, Shockwave, like actually looking like movie versions of like their G1 designs. It's fucking great. I'm like, give us this movie. Like
You-
just like
Right? And then it's like, oh no, we gotta have humans and we gotta have explosions and we gotta have humans running from explosions and we have to have a city like being destroyed.
we gotta have Shia LaBeouf screaming Optimus into the air.
Shia LaBeouf no more.
Shia
Unless
Shia LaBeouf off.
Shia LaBeouf off.
Buff
But
off,
what
eh?
you're thinking-
Buff off, Shia.
Buff off, Shia.
Uh,
So I was buffing the Shia the other day.
But yeah, so what I'm thinking is that this movie is going to ease audiences into the idea of movie Transformers who turn into animals, and then the next movie will be actually something that they'll end up like going back in time or something, and the next movie will actually be centered more around the Maximals and Predacons, and hopefully
Man,
have no
please.
humans. No humans.
I would fucking love that so much. I don't know who's the audience for it, but maybe they see the Beast Wars comics and they see the our fans already know that like when we started this, there was no Beast Wars anything. We didn't start this because of a toy line or a comic line or whatever. We were like, remember that 90s remember that 90s animated show, Beast Wars?
Just happened to be my favorite cartoon growing up.
And now seeing all of that and seeing like Rise of the Beast, it's like, oh, that would be so great if this movie was like successful and we just got a full CGI, no fucking humans, except Axe Ape. Get Scott McNeil to come in. Oh, sorry,
Gary.
no, that's Gary. Get or all Scott McNeil too, and but
Just get
yeah,
them to
just-
play cavemen.
yeah.
Yeah.
And drop some Beast Wars like Easter eggs in there, right? And damn it, give me the movie that 10-year-old me wanted. You son of a bitch.
We can only hope. Well, that was episode 105 of Too Much Energon. Best way to support the show, go to patreon.com/lasercomb, where at the single $5 Gary tier, you get preamble audio, you get commentary tracks, you get our news and current events program, and you get the ability to pick a show for us to review a random episode of on our other podcast, the Lasercomb Podcast. So if you want to get in on that, go to patreon.com/lasercomb. Follow me on Twitter at Lasercomb, spelled the same way, or you can follow the show proper at Too Much Energon. And Cal, they can follow you at.
And you can follow me at NeoCal on Twitter, NEO_KAL. And I just made a TikTok. It has nothing relevant to what we're talking about, and I was bored and may never make another one, but that's Neo_Cal too.
You inspired me to post a TikTok actually with a thing that I sent you. And that was me. I took this video of me with my face beside my. I have a glass cabinet that has like an entire shelf dedicated to Cheetor, and I look at it and I'm like, Cheetor, what have you done?
I need to find you and find that one. Yeah. For anyone listening, that's not somehow aware, Siege has a lot of Cheetor transformers, one of each, almost literally. Like it's a lot of Cheetors. And
yeah, I was looking on the TF wiki. There's only a few that I'm missing at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that's a lot of Cheetors, including like a 2 foot tall monstrosity.
Right.
Is that Beast Machine? Yeah, Beast Machines.
Yeah, it's apparently like the second tallest transformer ever made.
I did.
Per the TF wiki, yeah.
Yeah. I remember you getting that too, and you were like, how about this? And the people that sold it to you were like, wow, you want this? Sure.
Well, they knew that I was like I was they called me the podcast guy.
Yeah.
It's like, so they knew that I did a reboot podcast and a Beast Wars podcast, and I was buying a couple of Beast Wars toys and talking about how I was going to be recording later on. And they're like, hey, we got something you might be interested in. And so they go into the back and they're like, we don't even have this on display because it's so big and we don't know what to do with it. They're like, do you want this? And I look at it and I'm like, what is that unholy abomination? And how much is it? And they're like, you serious? You want it? And I was like, well, depends on how much it is, but maybe. And they're like, how about $20? And I'm like, you know what? Just to say I have it, sure.
And yeah, you're the proud owner of an untransformable Beast Machines.
Oh, it does transform.
It does?
I've had him in I have him in beast mode in my shelf right now so he can actually fit, because otherwise he'd be too tall.
Right. And you have your own Cheetor shelf in your figurine display.
Yep.
Other people have anime waifus, and you got Cheetors.
I've been tempted to reach out to a certain Cheetor voice actor to see if they would want to be on the show, but haven't worked up the courage to do it yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We ended up getting Genie on the show, and that ended up being like so pleasant.
Yeah, that was a really good interview, and we'll definitely do more interviews in the future. I've got I was telling Cal this before, but like I have a roadmap in my head of like quite literally going all the way to 200 episodes of this show, and there'll definitely be another interview or two in there. We've done 3 on this show so far.
Yeah, maybe we'll get somebody from someone else from Kingdom.
Maybe we can. There's one big interview that I'm gonna try and land at sometime down the road, and I'm not gonna say who it is, but it's
you may know him well, folks.
It'll be a big time interview, is what I'm gonna say, if we're able to land it. Which
big time interview.
Yeehaw.
We've got contacts. We have people on the inside.
Yeah. So yeah, listeners, don't hold your breath for that. It's just something that might happen, might not. Who knows? And
so yeah, the next TME will be our Christmas themed TME.
Yep. We will be back next week with part 1 of our 2022 holiday special, where we're going to be watching Bumblebee.
And Twisted Metal Black Vigilante 8 expenditures aside, there may be something else in the in the kettle that was supposed to happen this week, but well, sometimes car troubles are actually car troubles.
If anyone's wondering, it's what we're talking about. It's become a recurring joke for the past couple of years between me and Cal that like to dub car troubles as us like basically like shit going wrong, or like us
being
like procrastinating. Yeah, just
Or
being late.
the most minor of things, just
So we had a co-host on another show at one point who was late almost every recording session and always said that he was having car troubles.
So it just came synonymous with like dragging your ass or waking up late or forgetting or
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
And it's evolved from car troubles to like referencing like
Crazy Taxi.
like 1990s like car combat games.
Oh shit, we're going full burnout now. And then for the first time in a long time, recently both of us have had IRL car troubles. Of whether it's not having one or actual engine troubles. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the Spark of mine and something to do with, well, not, I was gonna make a bunch of funny like references, but I'm not funny enough to. So it's basically the thermostat for the radiator it's not working correct. So instead of like letting the fuel in to cool it down, right, when the fuel gets too hot and the car goes for a while, it's letting fuel in the radiator immediately, so it's running cold. And it's like really, like my mileage is like terrible. Like I don't even know if I could reach where you live in like one tank of gas. So I'm like, oof,
Gotta get that fixed.
and so I'm like, go anyway and then pay for that cost in gas over the next year, or just pay that amount now and fix my fucking car. And it's like, well, doing Beast Wars podcast don't pay the bills. Yeah.
No, that's true. So yeah, so our next episode will be part 1 of the holiday special, which will be Bumblebee, and then part 2 of the holiday special will be it will require us to be in the same room. So that
We'll
will
find a way.
that will drop whenever that is able to happen. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is the show we might end up going a few weeks without an episode.
Well, we'll get her done.
Get her done. Anyway,
And yeah, look forward to Bumblebee. Which I have not seen.
all right, I'm excited. It's pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty good. And it has John Cena in it, and John Cena is always a delight.
Yeah, I was gonna say at worst, John Cena is a military dude. And
Yeah.
at best, John Cena's fucking hilarious. So
He's both in that movie. He's a military dude who is quite funny. There's like one line where he's like the giant alien robots who call themselves Decepticons double-crossed us. They call themselves Decepticons. Did no one see that coming?
there's our cold open. They call themselves Decepticons. I'm glad someone's finally called that out.
And I'm glad that it's John Cena. Anyway, until then, I have been the Siege, one of your hosts.
And I'm NeoCal.
And until next time, oh no, not that. Ah!
Adios, muchachos.
Beast Wars!